as good as it gets in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo doing it again. 145 points his first 4 games. Don't forget to stick around. NBA Showtime presented by State Farm. Maria Taylor and the guys coming up. Another portion of our conversation with Michael Jordan. Insights to excellence, his take on load management. The NBA on NBC and Peacock continues. Stay with us.
Welcome to NBA Showtime, presented by State Farm.
So that's the 4th 30-point game for Giannis so far this season. No big deal. 37 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. They're still spinning if you're trying to defend him for the Knicks. Welcome back inside the studio for NBA Showtime. That was a good one. Remember, the Bucks were down 71-59 going into the locker room. Maria Taylor, you're inside our locker room. Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Carmelo Anthony. And they were able to come back. And we heard Giannis talking to Zora Stevenson. He just said, we got to cut it to 5. If we cut it to 5, we'll be able to make a difference. And you can see that Giannis is playing with a little bit of a different edge. You even mentioned he's just playing possessed right now.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. You can see the look. You can see the determination, the focus. Giannis want to be back into that conversation. And he don't feel right when he's not a part of the conversation. So we seeing that, and we saw them take care home tonight against a tough and a beat-up Knicks tonight down the stretch. But, you know, I got to take my hat off to Giannis for what I'm saying is special.
I'm sure he's in the locker room leading with his voice, but he's also on the court leading by example. I'm going to play hard every night, and I'm going to give you everything I have. Follow me.
I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do as a leader, right? As the best player, one of the best players in this league. I mean, just leading by example. I love the energy he came out with, the focus he came out with, and he lifted one of his young players with him.
He did.
It was good to get a
double R.
Kyle Kuzma sighting. Great defensive possessions.
I didn't think you were going to go there. I thought you were going to say Ryan Rollins.
Me too. Well, no, Ryan did his thing, but Kyle Kuzma needs to step up and do more, and he did a great job.
Defensively, he did a great job tonight.
Yeah, Rollins, by the way, 25 points. That's a career high for him. Very impressive.
Yeah, young fella.
All right, tonight, we hear once again from Michael Jordan, and MJ played at least 80 games 11 times in his career. So Mike Tirico was pretty eager to hear his insights on a popular topic in today's NBA.
Jordan has put it spectacular. It is Michael Jordan time. Yes.
The term load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
How I know you were going to talk about that one?
Because you played 80 games a lot. A lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. You know, he's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
So give me the first time that you came to that fork in the road in your career where you could have sat down and missed a game, but you fought through.
Started my career.
Okay.
I twist my ankle. And I had a teammate. He says, "You twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. You know, this is you need to." I said, "No, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact." And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up, and I went back out, and I played. I always felt that. I always felt the necessary need that I could never leave my comrades out if I could perform, right? Even if I couldn't. Utah, for a great example. You know, everybody said the flu game. It's game 5, which is a very pivotal game. I was going to find a way to get out there, even if I was a decoy. Well, once I got out there, you know, you never know how, you know, pushing yourself, you never know what happens, right?
So that night you got out there and you found you could do more than you thought you were going to be able to do.
Next thing you know, the emotions, the situation, the need of the team, you know, all those things catapulted me to, I'm gonna gut this thing out. You know, back to your point of what load management is, you know, you play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work or your next, you know, challenge. Now, I'm the worst. Maybe I'm not one of the guys that you would probably model that, or you know.
I was going to say, did you do that every time?
But you should think about that in retrospect of what load management really is. I always felt like one, it was a sense of pride for the fans that are paying. Right. Two is a sense of, you know, making sure that I stay sharp. You know, I'm not going to lose it. And three, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there. It can disrupt that synergy that's happening.
Incredible insights, and we'll have more of MJ's insights to excellence over the course of the season. But I'm curious to get you guys' reaction to what we heard from MJ and just kind of viewing it as this is the job that I've come to do. I'm going to improve every single time I show up on.
Well, first off, 11 80-game seasons that he's played.
Yeah.
Out of 14.
So we're talking about load management. That's not the guy to talk about.
Not the guy.
It's a lot of conversation.
He don't know that.
Let's start there. But I'll say this. As a old guy, when I played on the back end when load management was a thing, you know, it was frustrating for me. It was tough because coming into the league in the late 90s, that wasn't a thing. You know, you just go out there and play, and like he said, if I couldn't play, then I couldn't play. Otherwise, I wanted to be out there. It was a badge of honor to get to 75, 80 games, if not 82 games. So that was very frustrating to me because you go through, they're like, hey, you know, your usage is up, let's sit out, sit a game. I was like, no. Mm-hmm. I'd rather you cut my minutes before you tell me not to play.
Mello?
Listen, I have to play. Like, you know, it's no, but let me back up a little bit. I understand the science of all of this too, right? If the science is, you gotta have science and you gotta have a feel for it too. If you feel like you can't get out there and play, then don't go out there and play. You know, it's very simple. But we can also utilize the analytics and the science to figure out when am I reaching my peak? What do I need to do? Do I need to dumb it down a little bit?
To be able to play.
To be able to play. But if I'm not just going in there saying, yo, coach, tonight, I'm not playing in the Utah game next week. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not, we shouldn't have that in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me, I dealt with a lot of injuries, right? So I look at load management differently because it would have prolonged my career.
Correct.
But it would have been hard to tell me I can't play tonight when I actually feel good.
Right.
I actually got an epidural before every season to last me for 6 months to play basketball because I had a herniated disc in my back, and I dealt with that my whole career. So load management probably would have worked for me.
Absolutely, especially as you get older.
Sure. Right.
As you get older. Mm-hmm. But you can't tell me you load managing somebody that's just coming to the league.
Yeah, nah,
Okay.
that's
Well,
that's
I did the research, or Jay Nix did. You never played 80 games. Vince, you did it 5 times. Mello, you did it 3 times.
Okay.
And honestly, we on the back half of the back-to-back ourselves. There's no,
I like how you
no
did
load
that,
management.
You never played.
You never did, okay? Meanwhile.
79, I got 79.
Oh, you want a high five for that?
I played 580.
Come on.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the
Vince
second
played
half for
30
nightcap.
years, too.
And I missed those 3 games. 22.
Steph doesn't
right.
Yeah.
I missed games because we made the playoffs and he shut me down.
Why we still talk about it?
Because he said, you better let it go.